Sometimes fragments of silicon are just fragments of silicon.
All right, welcome to another installment of Fragments of Silicon. I'm your host, Adam. Joining me as always are Galax and Petty Fan. All right, so to start things off, I got to mention that our grand experiment has, at the very least, been delayed. If you recall, we were shooting to do our first transcribed email interview this week, but Blue Isle Studios has not yet sent in the answers to the questions I sent them. Granted, by the time I got everything done and looked over it, it was the weekend. So they would have had about 3 days to look over it. And the thing is, I never got a definition of who exactly was going to be responding, but from the point man, it was going to be more than one person. So clearly, this didn't come together like I had hoped. It kind of ended up how I feared. So it's another round to Heaven's Vault for us.
We may still try and do that next time we need a filler thing or something.
Yeah.
Since there's obviously, it's better to do it promptly, but once we get emailed answers to questions.
Plus, we've never done this kind of thing before. It's not what we regularly do or what we want to do. Like, you might know we're a podcast web show program that broadcasts live on the air and records. It's not. This isn't exactly the format for an email interview. I was game to try it, especially after a couple of weeks of guests not being able to come for various other reasons. But there's a reason why this isn't, an email chain isn't exactly why we do things on the normal either. Because, it's much easier to have somebody, so to speak, come into our virtual studio and talk to us about their product. So, yeah. This might still be on next time we have a gap to fill, but in the meantime, and as always, since this is a live recorded show, issues with guests are always going to be prevalent. That's been a thing that has been affecting Moonhawk Studios Presents in recent times as well. Believe me, if I could control the flow of guests, no guest would miss a date. But that's not the world we live in. All right, so let's get to the news. Galax, why don't you start us off this week?
Well, I have good news and bad news stuff. In good news, I went to the Digimon pre-release last night finally, and I actually won the thing, so I got some extra packs, and that was nice. Let's see what else. And now I'm debating if I want to try to build with any of the cross heart stuff, or think if that's too overrated or whatever. I also managed to get the at least one copy of the Volcanion and Genesect codes that they're giving away at GameStop. I may go and try and get another one, but last time I went, they said one per person, and the guy said that he had been talked to by work about giving out too many to other people, that some of them had ended up on the internet or something to be sold, and I don't blame them, but when you make two versions and some people want to buy two versions, either for self-trading or just so they have a backup if they want to play the game again without erasing everything, because they've still not given Pokemon multiple save files.
I guess theoretically that's what Pokemon Home is for now, but yeah.
Yeah, but you can't get all the events again sometimes. But yeah, I know what you mean. Anyway, I don't know. So yeah, that, and had a couple of appointments yesterday to get blood drawn for labs and to get some fillings done at the dentist. I haven't talked to the doctor about it yet, but I got the result of the labs, and my blood glucose, my fasting blood glucose is at what is generally considered to be low level of pre-diabetic. So might as well start working on that already. I'm trying to cut down on sugary stuff and figure out what else I can do a little bit. Um,
Jeez.
it's still not in the danger zone, but it's in like it's over 90, but like just at 100, I think. I don't have it in front of me, but they got that back. I mean, I'm not shocked. My grandfather was diabetic, and I do eat a lot of sweet stuff. I read a thing on an article on, I forget what it was linked from, that it's pretty common in people with ADHD to eat a lot of sweet things because it helps make your brain work.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. And then the sad news is that the grandmother who's been living with us for a few months now has been diagnosed with congestive heart failure. So she probably does not have that much long to go, but she's on something to help her breathe better because she was having trouble with that, and we're going to try and make her comfortable for as long as we can.
Okay. Yeah, it seems to be the season for at least pre-diabetes because, okay, I count got you, Galax, you, Petty, and Mac are all pre-diabetic. Like,
I mean, we're also all fat nerds, so.
and aging,
Mm-hmm.
and probably have terrible diets and all that. Like,
I eat healthy food. I just also eat a lot of junk.
I'm like, I did that too. Yeah. I'm just the only one here who's actually full blown diabetic. At least right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, anything else?
I think that's all I got.
All right, Petty, it's your go.
Well, definitely a lot milder than last week.
That's good.
I had that liver scan this week, and I guess preliminary report is I don't have any severe cirrhosis or any like liver damage that I would need to, worry about a transplant or see a liver specialist immediately about. So, yay. I'm still waiting to hear back from the doctor after they, look over it more fine tooth and see if it's just, you know, different medication need to try or where we want to go from there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and had our Digimon pre-release this weekend. I didn't win, but I got about $100 roughly in various cards. So, hooray.
I try not to judge on prices of how much cards are worth until it settles down a bit after stuff
Yeah.
comes out. But yeah.
I know the
Yeah, I got a couple of nice things.
yeah, I know the some of the pre-release cards typically keep up their value at least a little bit unless, they make it on the restricted list.
Mm-hmm.
And um on Saturday, though, Raid Team and I in Final Fantasy XIV finally beat Hegemony, I believe its name is. It's the boss of the 6th floor. So
Would it be hegemony?
something like that. I can never pronounce it right.
I think that's the one that's a real word.
Yeah.
Yeah, hegemony is a real word.
Yeah, I can
I don't
never.
know. It could be something made up.
Yeah, all I know is that fight sucks. I mean, it's
Fair.
not the worst fight in the tier, but some of the mechanics make me want to bash my head against a wall sometimes. But yeah, other than that, not a whole lot been going on. I decided to start playing Crash 4 again on the Switch because, man, why not? And yeah, I think that's it.
Okay. Guess it's my go.
Hmm.
Let's see. My health updates actually fairly quiet all around this week. Um, I did speak to my doctor's office about my the findings of the peripheral neuropathy that the podiatrist did. Like, um, and after about 2 days of waiting, like they said they don't have anything additional. They keep an eye on the situation. They talk about it on the 15th. Um, if I need to get any medication, I've been talking to various people about the peripheral neuropathy for the past week, and I'm hearing a lot of, and even the doctor said, things will calm down somewhat when your blood sugar stabilizes. Um, and you might even get back some feeling, although some of the nerve damage is probably permanent as well. Like like the big thing really seems to be getting the once again this is the ultimate. This is the ultimate goal of my diabetes management, to get my blood sugar long term stabilized. My blood glucose has been pretty good. In fact, if there's a concern there, it's been getting too low in some cases. But you know, um, the bigger goal is my A1Cs. Like, uh, it's like my doctor is hopeful that I can get it down all the way down to 5.6, and to translate that, that's normal blood sugar. That means if I have a blood sugar level of 5.6, I or an A1C of 5.6, that means my diabetes type 2 is in remission. Not cured, not reversed. Those are not things that actually happen. Um, that's only like a cure is only possible if we can replace beta cells and have them not be rejected, or get a new pancreas in me or something like that. Like, um, though. Anyway, I recall my dietitian wanting to set more a goal of 7.0 initially. Although my next labs are next month, so we'll see how that goes. I'm pretty sure that they're at the very least going to be significantly lower than last time, because the initial labs were very high, 10.3, which is um, pretty bad. Average blood sugar level of like 230, which is probably why I have peripheral neuropathy. Um, this is once again what my podiatrist said. My type 2 diabetes was raging for so long that it did some damage.
Mm-hmm.
You know, um, and I'm dealing with the um, issues that come with the peripheral neuropathy in stride. Although sometimes I won't lie, they scare me and cause me to stress out and be anxious. Like, but I've also been told multiple times that I'm a long way from like losing a foot. And that only really happens if like I get a wound on the foot and I don't pay attention to it. Oh, right. The other thing that happened was I cut my hand on a wicker basket, throwing away some socks.
That's annoying.
I'm like, oh, it was a full-blown laceration.
It's not even a sharp thing.
No.
Yes, I know fibrous things can do that.
Yeah. More to the point. Yeah, I actually slammed down the stuff into the garbage can, and didn't see the knot, and ended up having to go to urgent care. Not the hospital. Urgent care is like a step below that if you don't know what it is. Like, it's also much cheaper. Like, granted, if you don't have insurance, it's like this is what they would classify as a minor surgery. Though I think that's only like for the uninsured like $450 compared to like the thousands of dollars it would be at the emergency room.
Well, yeah, emergency room stuff can get a lot cheaper. And then there are those in some places where like the doctor has to like have you rent a friggin' operating room or whatever.
Right, but in my case, since my insurance covers both emergency room visits and urgent care minus a copay, the copay for emergency room is $75. Urgent care is $10.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not sweating $10. Like, like I've been, I've been getting all of the not bills but notifications from my insurance about my hospital stay from a couple of months back, and out of the copay budget, I have actual bill for, and you've been covering that. Believe me, we're talking $10,000s of dollars. If I had to pay that out of pocket, even if it were 20%, that would be no way I'd be able to afford this in any sort of timely fashion. But that's why I'm really glad I have the insurance I have. It's the closest thing to, if I believed in God, I'd believe in this kind of thing. Getting this insurance and having it help out with all these medical problems. Because, getting back to the neuropathy for a bit, like if I have to get medicine for this, or if I have to like see a neurologist or get a treatment for it, that's generally going to be covered under my insurance. Where otherwise, we are talking a lot of dollars. So, really glad for that. Also, really thankful, as always, for the support network, both here and elsewhere, because, and people think I've been dealing with like just diabetes. It's not just diabetes. It's been a rolling series of medical issues since July when I had that neck mass. Then it was like hypertension being found. Then the diabetes was found out, and it's now like, I have peripheral neuropathy in my feet. I'm like, that's a lot of shit. It's not even talking about the other stuff here. So I think I've been handling it fairly well, given the circumstances. I know, it's like, I know I might seem a bit upset about this. It's just, some people have been questioning of these things. let's say. Uh, anyway, let's see what else. There was something else. Oh, right. I saw my brother and his kids the other day. That was nice. Went out to lunch. Gave my oldest nephew his birthday gift, which doubles as a Halloween accessory. He's really into Pokemon, so he's dressing up as Ash Ketchum, and naturally he needed a Pikachu. We got him a Pikachu. Yeah. So and he was really happy with that. And let's see. Yeah, I think that's about it for my news. Um, so merrily we shall roll along to another installment of Heaven's Vault.
Yay!
Hey, at least it's not inside the studio.
Yeah.
I like. Let's see. Now, where did we leave off?
Yeah, I think we just got back to Elbereth.
Oh yeah, and we were fiddling around with the entranceway.
Yeah.
Right, and we were at the antiquities dealer.
Yep. Oh man, more words.
Not unexpected. All right, let's see. Emperor.
Four.
Yeah. Not a lot of speculation in this one
Yeah.
right now.
Okay, what am I missing?
But if you good question.
Ah, that. Okay.
It's a long fucking inscription for something that's on a cooking knife.
Yeah. Oh, right.
And that is not as.
So it seems.
Sorry, I'm back. I had to drop out for a second while you were talking.
Fine.
Alrighty.
And we're trying to construct a word here. Or not yourself.
There's a your in there.
Yeah, you're a little behind.
I will pause and play then. See if that helps.
Well, at least we got 2 words right.
Yay.
Let's see. Give.
It has people after it, so probably
I'd say give.
Yeah, probably.
maybe. I guess it'll depend on what the other one is.
Give your loyalty for the emperor. Or wait, no, we already got loyalty.
Well, we don't know if
Yeah,
that
but
one's right.
that one's probably wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that would make sense to have something like that on a weapon. Uh,
Agree to the trade, I guess.
yep. All right. Do we want to talk to him again, or do we want to go meander?
Let's
Was that
talk.
the last thing? I think was
Yeah.
that the last thing we have, or
Oh, the brass artifact. I'm guessing 1 or 3.
It was quite the sight.
Uh, 2?
There was a boy living there.
Uh,
I don't know.
um,
The boy ran away from me.
oh. We may have just gotten a black market dealer to go hunt down a child for us. Is that okay?
I mean, he doesn't seem that bad mostly.
Like, well, I guess we'll find out. Shifty eyes. Anyway, enough talking since we've run the gamut of artifacts.
Mm,
Have at you.
and we may or may not find our little friend is just, you know, an assortment of limbs disconnected.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to leave, or do we want to look around the town some more?
Let's get out of here for now. Gotta give him some time to, actually track the child down.
Hunt the child.
I mean, that's not the way I would put it, but yes, it's also not inaccurate.
Alrighty. Out we go. To the ship. Leave the moon. Alrighty. Now, where the hell are we going?
That's a good question. To the map.
Let's see.
Well, we were going to go to one of the new places, but we don't have to.
Which one's closer?
I guess technically the pre-Empire site.
All right, let's go there.
A lot.
Okay.
Which means it's time for more cloud rapids.
Woo!
Yeah, we can never get enough of those.
Wake me up when it's over.
Those piloting.
I can let 6 do this? Okay.
Only if you can fast travel. It's like when I play Fallout 3.
Yay, now we're picking up some speed. Approach the ruins. So I think we just made the robot have an existential crisis.
Again.
Ken, yes. Ow. Oh, fun. More of this bullshit. That's not good.
Oh, good. Yeah. I wish we could make the commentary more interesting, but, you know. At the very least, the rocks are a nice shade of green.
Yeah.
They only programmed in so many words.
Mm-hmm. Huh.
Oh boy. Alrighty. I hope this is the right direction.
Well, only one way to find out.
Yep.
I like how it told me not to turn right after I'd already turned right.
It's not their fault that you turned right so fast. I'm kidding.
Come on.
If you get lost, I could accompany you with a sea shanty.
Please don't.
It might be annoying.
We are going to take that to heart. Yep.
Uh,
But
we're
looks
going
like
in circles. No shit.
yeah. Do you see how many fucking circles there are here? No. We can
Maybe
get the
be
It's
a little
almost
bit
funnel.
like
better
it's
direction.
almost like it's mostly circles.
Yeah.
All these
We've hit the.
squares make a circle.
Yeah. It looks like we're finally closing in here.
Oh fuck.
He went right.
God damn it.
I think you made the right turn that time.
No, I'm going the wrong way.
It looks like you want to like go straight there or something from that angle.
And then this one I want to go this way. Do not turn right. Come on.
Oh. Yeah. In retrospect, I would not have picked this route if we had known it was this
Well,
circuit.
the other main place we have to go is another not actually mapped place.
Right.
This is pissing me off.
Understandable. I mean, we got that we're close cam going there. Did we? I can't even tell anymore.
And ain't bullshit like this is why games get dropped.
Yeah, we're not.
Not gonna lie, this is a significant part of why I didn't play more of this when we reviewed it. Six, if you didn't have some stuff in your brain and know how to make the ship go better, I would definitely be throwing you overboard. Also, if you didn't weigh several 100 pounds.
Okay, turn left here.
Yeah, I mean, there are several reasons why this is our least favorite part of the game. Here.
Well, it's also by far the least interactive between.
Right.
Like, we can't help at all. It's just all petty fan.
Right.
And ship controls that are of ass.
Turn left again.
I'm trying to turn left and it won't let me.
All right, I got an
Maybe you
idea.
need to do a wider turn. I don't know.
What, Adam?
Fast travel to Eox. Or somewhere that's yellow. So we can end the session.
Yeah.
We can try again next time.
Or are we stuck looking for this thing?
I think we might be stuck looking for this damn thing.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we're pretty close there.
All right, let's find it.
It looks like if you can turn right up here, I think.
Oh, because it thinks I wanted to go to Eox. How do I cancel this?
I don't know. Okay, looks like we're in the vicinity of the pre-Empire site.
Okay, so up ahead we want to turn right again. I think. No, left, I guess. 6 wants us to go left.
Always wants us to go left.
Yeah, I'm gonna try right. This is... I'm almost wondering if this is bugged. Because literally the direction right is taking us right to the unexplored rune, and left was just taking us in a circle.
Yeah.
I don't see a river to the right.
Yeah, it was bugged. That...
Well, that explains why we were having problems. If 6 was literally telling us the wrong thing for the location we were at.
Yeah. Yeah, that was infuriating.
Yes, it was.
I think it might have just been lagging, like, by enough that it was by entire things.
Maybe? But holy crap. So I guess when they get done with their gaming, we're gonna switch to the topic.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
Alrighty. Onward to the next thing.
All right, welcome to the topic of discussion. So, up until about a few hours ago, well, maybe until yesterday, we were going to talk about the Bayonetta 3 situation with the voice acting, but we've decided to offload that onto MSP since it's gotten a lot more complicated. Probably indicates the wider voice acting movement.
Mm-hmm.
And Mac himself wanted to chime in as well.
Yeah.
So,
Plus,
as
Konami, whoever remembered Silent Hill existed.
well, here's the thing. Like, there have been rumors about Silent Hill games going on for, I think, literal years at this point. Like, I've certainly heard the Bloober Team Silent Hill rumor for a while. And, Yeah, somewhat on short notice, Konami had this thing called the Silent Hill Transmission, um, which was a showcase of Silent Hill projects. Because Konami is bringing back Silent Hill with multiple projects, multiple game projects at that. Uh, I don't think Konami has actually spoke, or if they did speak out about their rationale about doing this, it might have been on the transmissions itself. I was out food shopping today, um,
Hmm.
so I missed the entire thing. But so I guess the centerpiece seems to be the Silent Hill 2 remake, um, which is being helmed by Bloober Team, um, with the help of original Team Silent artist Masahiro Ito and composer Akira Yamaoka is aboard once again. Now, I've already seen a lot of sour reactions to the Silent Hill 2 remake. It's not just because, they're remaking Silent Hill 2. It's specifically Bloober Team.
Yeah,
Because
have some pretty mixed records regarding.
You sound really far from your mouth, your mic, Gulix.
I had my mic up because I was eating and I forgot to put it back down.
Mhm.
Some of it's because they apparently have a kind of mixed record, to be charitable, when dealing with certain writing things involving mental health issues and stuff.
yeah, and just their games in general have been polarizing, so to speak. Like, I suppose it depends on the game. Like, I think Layers of Fear 2 was more universally despised. But, like, certainly there was a lot of mixed reviews for their last game, The Medium. Um, now, I I suppose that is that's a question of how much control Bloober Team has on this project. Because
Yeah, because
remember,
theoretically, in a remake, there can be anything from no to pretty significant revisions to the actual story/content of the game.
yeah, and more to the point, like I think people are Bloober Team isn't necessarily in control here. Of course, um, we don't know how much leeway Konami has given with a lot, you know, or rather, like if any of the Bloober Team people are doing the story, I should say. But the Silent Hill 2 remake does seem to be a lot closer than what the trailer indicated because it didn't give a release date. But here's the thing. Okay, so the game has been confirmed for the PlayStation 5 and the PC. And the Steam page is already up, and it has some pretty detailed specs. Spoiler alert, you're going to need some beefy hardware to run this. Um, uh, it looks like this is going to be a pretty significant step up from even the medium in terms of technical performance. Um, I'd hesitate to call this a AAA game, though, because, well, once again, Bloober Team, they're a mid-sized Euro studio, and we'll see how this works. But if you're disappointed in the Silent Hill 2 remake news, well, the good news is that there's a whole bunch more in the way of Silent Hill here. Um, so we've got Silent Hill Townfall, which is a new spin-off developed by No Code Studios. They are the creators of the Stories Untold franchise, which I've heard good things about, but never actually played into or played a game. Played, and weirdly enough, this is not being published by Konami. This is being published by Annapurna Interactive. I'm not exactly sure why or what this means for the game, But this one's short on details, other than it's going to be a unique take on the Silent Hill franchise from the developer. Like, now, the real highlight, as it were, is Silent Hill F, which is a new spin-off set in 1960s Japan. That's
Notably
because,
not in the town of Silent Hills, which I believe is in America.
yes. So the reason why people are going nuts over this is because this is going to be written by Japanese writer Rikuishi 07. If you don't know who that is, then you need to pay attention to our numerous manga gamer interviews, because Rikuishi 07 is the one who created Higurashi and Umieko.
Which,
So,
Higurashi, not the worst thing to come to Silent Hill from theme-wise, I think.
yeah. That being said, there is concern about the actual developer of this game. Because being attached to this particular spin-off is Neobards. And if that name doesn't sound familiar to you, it's because they're a new studio, relatively speaking. They're the ones who developed the Reverse multiplayer component of Resident Evil 3, which was not the most amazing debut in the universe, like, say the least. But once again, it's going to be interesting to see how they shift from, a multiplayer focused, spin-off thing. However, Capcom wants to define Reverse, because I don't think they weren't trying to sell it as a component of Resident Evil 3. It was like kind of it was this kind of attached joint thing, at least in the initial thing. Let's see. We got Silent Hill Ascension, which is an immersive project where participants around the world will control the characters in a new Silent Hill story, which is a collaboration of Genvid Entertainment. Couldn't tell you what they did. Bad Robot Games. I think that's J.J. Abrams' developer. Behavior Interactive, Dead by Daylight, and DJ2 Entertainment. So there's a lot of companies attached to this, but that's probably because this is a very interactive kind of project. Kind of reminds me of the Xbox Live version of 1 versus 100. In fact.
God, that takes me back.
Yes.
Huh.
And finally, Return to Silent Hill, which is not a video game of any sort, but is the third Silent Hill movie.
There was 2 others?
Yes, there were, and apparently this is going to be another take on Silent Hill 2, from what I've heard. Like, I don't know, it's another Silent Hill movie. I really don't care. So overall, it's this is interesting, if nothing else. Like I said, if people are disappointed in the in the notion that Silent Hill 2 is being remade, well, we've got 3 other projects here. Interestingly enough, I will say I am a bit concerned that Konami seems to be taking sort of the same approach that they did post Team Silent, in that they are hiring seemingly random developers. I'm like, now I'll give credit here. Some of them are more acclaimed than, say, Climax or Vertra back in the day, but still, like Team Bloober, they're renowned for being very polarizing in a couple of respects. And once again, Neobards doesn't exactly have a great track record so far. Granted, that's not a long track record. So we'll have to see how things shape up.
Mhm.
But at the very least, Silent Hill is no longer dead.
Yeah.
Now I'll note that Konami is taking a double A developer approach to the or a higher indie kind of approach to the whole thing rather than going full triple A. People need to come to this realization. Konami made a very deliberate choice about 10 years ago or so, or a choice that was fully completed when they kicked Hideo Kojima to the curb. And that is, they decided to get out of AAA game development. Metal Gear Solid 5 was the last of it. Yes, it was mostly to pursue mobile gaming and pachinko, but they haven't completely closed off traditional game development either. That gets lost because the projects that they greenlight are rather small, especially in the world of today, or are like fucking Yu-Gi-Oh projects, or the terminal disaster that is eFootball, that kind of thing. But my point is, they still do game development. It's just they don't invest millions upon millions of dollars in order to get into that AAA space. And their live service engagement was goddamn Metal Gear Survive, and we all saw how that went.
Yeah, less talked about that, the better.
And once again, eFootball, once again, that's not been going good. So honestly, this is kind of the biggest kind of projects I've seen greenlit from Konami in a good long while. I mean, yeah, it's not Metal Gear Solid 5 scope, but it's certainly more than I'd say in terms of resources than Super Bomberman R2. Or any of the indie stuff that they've been releasing on Steam recently. So how this all shapes up, we'll have to see. Anyway, so yeah, I think that'll about do it for this installment of Fragments of Silicon. Let's see, the week ahead. Well, relatively light, as we don't have a Friday show this week. And we do have a new installment of Moonhawk Studios Presents happening this week, and as far as I know, Mac is intending to attend. And let me see here. Coming up on the Sunday reviews, and they will be on Sunday this week. We'll be reviewing Sword of the Necromancer, Ghost Alyssa Cameron, Myths of Orion, Lights from the North, and Distant Space 2. So look for that on Sunday, and be sure to join in about half an hour from now for a new installment of Moonhawk Studios Presents. Until then, I shall wish you good gaming.